Hi guys, it's still Inspector here. Welcome back to the mining show. Today we're going to be having a look at GPU mining after the merge. So this post comes from a Reddit user and they just said a spreadsheet showing the dramatic fall in profitability after the merge. Not a fun spreadsheet to see, but one that it seems some need to see since I still see YouTubers saying that they'll keep mining after the merge. So that probably includes me, I'm going to be mining after the merge. Just because I'm trying to work out a free electricity deal at some point in the coming months or weeks. But that's my reason for mining after the merge. I don't know other YouTubers' reasons, but that's mine. It says here the most likely scenario after the merge is that you'll need to close to free electricity to be able to mine profitably. So as I said, I'm trying to work out a free deal for electricity at the moment, whether that be through solar panels, wind turbines, or even hydro turbines, hydroelectric. But here he links a spreadsheet which goes over basically all the mining profitability and how much coins are issued, plus their worth after a day. So as you can see on this chart, we have like all the coins that we can mine. I know there's stuff left off there, but these are basically the top coins. As you'll notice here, Ethereum Classic is not on there, even though it is GPU mineable. And the reason for this, it says in the notes, is that they've removed chains that are mineable by ASICs that mined Ethereum, since these will be flooded by ASICs and will not be profitable to mine at all for GPU miners. So what they're saying is when the merge comes in, these Ethereum ASICs will go over to the Ethereum Classic network, and basically anybody mining with the GPU will be in the dirt in terms of profits. So they're just discounting the Ethereum Classic network from this chart because it doesn't really show a real perspective of what is going to happen to the price of the coin and for GPU miners in terms of Ethereum Classic or networks that do have ASICs on them. It then says they didn't include fee revenues like for miners or for pools, just because it would take away more than it's worth. It would just push the result even further in Ethereum's direction, as none of the other chains have any meaningful amounts of fee revenue when compared to Ethereum, obviously. So if we look at this chart, at the top we obviously have Ethereum, and every day there's 13,000 coins issued, basically. So this column shows all the coins issued in a day on that particular network. Then it shows the price of the coin, and then it shows the current USD issued. So basically you take this price, the coins issued per day, and times it by the price of the coin right now, and then it gives you the current USD issued. So right now, Ethereum is making $16 million worth of Ethereum every day. Now the coin under that in second place is Ravencoin with $81,000 per day. Now that's a big difference from $16 million to $81,000, basically putting it in a drop in the ocean when compared to Ethereum mining. Now that's not going to be the whole issuance of Ethereum because GPU mining only makes up a certain percentage of it. As you can see down here, it says the estimated ASIC percentage on the network, so how many ASICs will be on the network right now, is 50%. So you take the hash rate and divide it by half, and that will kind of give you roughly how much hash rate is on the network in terms of GPU or in terms of ASIC miners. So it says here the actual ETH issuance minus the ASICs is 8 million. So it's half of what the Ethereum's currently making now, which is 16 million. So GPU miners make up 8 million, or roughly $8 million worth of Ethereum per day. And then it says the total non-ETH assurance is at $220,000. Now they got that figure from adding up all the current issued coins prices for all of these coins in the last day. So that's only sitting at $220,000. So right now, $220,000 from all these proof of work coins that can be mined by a GPU, compared to the 8 million that Ethereum is making mined by a GPU, which is basically a drop in the ocean for GPU mining on Ethereum. As we know, the hash rate is going to have to go over to all of these coins, basically diluting it down to, the negatives in terms of profits. Now, if we look at mining pool stats, we can see that there's around 20,000 miners on the network right now. Right here it says 7,000 in the 2 miners pool, but at the top above that it says 20,130 miners on the Ravencoin network. If we take this and then divide 81,000 by 20,000 miners, just on average, it will give you an average miner making $4 per day. So right now the average miner is making $4 per day on Ravencoin. Now what does this mean? Well, when the Ethereum network comes along, when the Ethereum network moves to proof of stake, we're going to have a lot more miners hit that network, which is going to decrease the profits from this coin. So we could have an influx of maybe 100,000 miners in terms of Ravencoin, and that would just put us way into the negative. Obviously that won't show when you divide it because it will only go to a certain decimal point. It won't go into the negative, but because of electricity cost, we could probably see that into the negative around, I don't know, $5, maybe even $10 in the negative if you had 100,000 more miners join the network. Now if we take a look at how many miners are actually on the Ethereum network, we can see that there's 1,234,000 miners on the network. So if we take that and cut it in half, that'll be around 600,000 miners that are using GPUs. I'm assuming the rest is ASICs because that's what they said, 50%. So there's still 600,000 miners using GPUs. And that's going to have to flood into all these other proof of work coins. So let's just say because Ravencoin is making the most amount per day and it is at the top of the what to mine list, it will probably take a big chunk of those miners along with it when the Ethereum merge comes in. This will lead to obviously negative profits like I've said. The same goes for Ergo. If we're on 60,000 here and then we type in Ergo in the mining pool stats, we can see that there is only 13,000 miners on the network. If we do that calculation, it comes around to $4 or $3 per day per miner on average. So if we see 50,000 hit this network, we're going to see definite negative profits because the difficulty will go up, and because electricity prices right now, we're going to see negative profits for basically all of these coins. So do I think Ravencoin, Ergo and all these top coins will basically survive? It's possible that Ravencoin and Ergo will survive because they have pretty good issuances, like 81,000 per day and 61,000 per day is pretty big when compared to the rest of them. As you can see, the fourth spot is only at 17,000 per day. So the jump from 61,000 to 17,000 is a very big jump, and that's on Conflux, as you can see over here. I did think Flux would be higher because it has a lot of hype around it, but because the price of the coin is down right now, we're not really seeing anything too much in terms of, profits. So there's only $12,000 per day to go around. If we look on the Flux on mining pool stats, we can see that there's around 5,000 miners on the network. This leads us to an average of around, $2.5 per day on average that the miner's making. And then you can do the calculations for the rest of the coins. But clearly by looking at these figures, we can see that Ethereum has a massive market share of the actual coin issuance in terms of dollars. There's literally nothing that can compete with it at this point. The only thing that could happen is if the price of any of these coins go up. This would lead us to, having a coin that could support it. So if we go in here, if we see here the price of one Ravencoin is around 2.5 cents. So if we do just a simple calculation and then if we take the amount of coins issued per day, which is 3.6 million, and we put it into just a quick Google calculation, times it by, let's just say the price of Ravencoin goes up to, $2, let's just say. This would put the actual issuance or issued per day at $7.2 million, which still would be pretty high, but nowhere near Ethereum. So we still wouldn't be able to support it even if Ravencoin went to $2 per coin, which is probably likely in about 10 years, but not going to be likely in around 6 months after the merge. So basically the only hope that we have is if these coin prices go up. Now the ones that I'm looking at are basically Flux, Ravencoin and Ergo. Those are the more likely ones to go up. I don't really see any of the other ones, but we could be surprised if, Ethereum Classic also steps up and becomes profitable to mine with the GPU. Overall, it's looking dire for the GPU merge, and I just want to say it's probably best to stop mining right now, and probably best to wait it out until actual coins emerge to become profitable again. This could be like a 2-year thing where we don't see any profitable coins for the next 2 years, and then out of nowhere, stuff happens in the industry. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll leave a link to this spreadsheet in the description below if you want to check it out. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content like this.